YouTubers, it's George's Farmhouse. Hopefully you like my intro video on basically what I do and stuff like that. Today's video is going to give some basic tips and tricks on how I propagate my plants and also cuttings and seeds. I actually propagate them using greenhouses. You probably can't see them on the camera, but I'll show you in another video on what my greenhouses are like with irrigated and also different reasons the way I got it set up. Let's start off with cuttings. Let's start off what you need to actually propagate successfully. First of all, you need, if you live in a warmer climate, such as Australia or any of those other countries, in the summer, you'll need, if you're going to use greenhouses, try to irrigate them properly with proper sprinklers and proper misting kits. You can buy misting kits off eBay for quite good. Or if you want to customise your sprinkler system like what I did, just go to a website. If you're in Australia, there's a couple of suppliers where I get my supplies from. Bunnings, which is named as Pope. I sometimes use them, but most of the time, if you want better quality, I'll give you the best website I've used, and it's called IRRIGATION.com.au. Basically, I'll put the link on the description today, where you can put the website. The website is totally free to use. You will need to pay for the products you purchase on there. They do from agriculture to commercial to domestic, everything like that. And that's where most of my parts come from. They also do rainwater tanks and pumps in certain states of Australia, and they also provide free shipping all over Australia, except for some products that transfers to the Western Australia. A limited amount of products allowed to ship to Western Australia. So first of all, irrigation in the summer and greenhouses are the best alternative in the summer, because with the greenhouses you can actually protect your plants from the hot UV sun. For autumn and spring, the same again, because it's still quite warm, but it's getting colder. That's when it comes into winter, between spring and autumn. Winter in some countries you can't even propagate at all because it's snowing. In Australia you rarely get snow in Australia, like except for in the Blue Mountains. But when it comes to irrigating and greenhouses, you'll need irrigation system and a timer, because if you want to go automatic, you'll have to set your timer. I would recommend at least 5 minutes once a day, because, or less, hopefully, depending on what country, whatever you got in your area. Some timers have got rain sensors where you can delay the rain, the program to a later part of the day or another day, or you can just totally bypass it if you want to, which is pretty good. I would recommend if you're doing stuff like I do. I found just a battery operated tap time would just as better for me. I use Aqua Systems, which cost me about $35. With a hose connected to the irrigation, just plug the hose in, off you go. Bunnings uses that setup all the time, except for without the timer. So yeah, and you need, if you're doing, it depends on how much propagating you're doing, you need a different greenhouse. If you're only starting out, I would recommend a 4-tier greenhouse. You can get it from Saxon, HOLMAN, Natural Life. The HOLMANs come with a missing kit installed. Just be careful with them because the hose do burst quite easily after a short period of time, and also they also require a bit more better fittings from Pope. So I just wondered about that. But if you're doing like a decent amount and you're like a hobbyist like me or work for a business for yourself or something like that, I would recommend a walk-in greenhouse because they just work better. You can get different sizes from Bunnings, such as glass houses, which is more expensive. But if you're doing like out of the backyard, like, and you do it commercially or domestically or residentially, I'd just recommend one of those walk-in greenhouses with the shade cloth on top. They can most of them come with PVC, so PVC plastic and UV protection. That's what I reckon. Next comes the potting mix. Potting mix is a bit of a tricky situation. If you want to get the best out of your cuttings, I would recommend seed and cutting mix, with seed raising cutting mix from Osmocote. The brand is called Scott's. I've used it for years and years, never had a problem with it. It's about $11.50 from Bunnings for a 25 litre bag. You can get smaller, I think one size smaller, but I reckon buy 25 litre bags easier. I think it's $11.98 and $11.50, I can't remember. If you don't want to use the Osmocote, there is another advantage where you can use Rich Grow all-purpose potting mix. I've used all-purpose potting mix, that Rich Grow brand, for most of my plants, and I never had a problem with it. So yeah, I never had a problem with Rich Grow. If I got the money, or when I'm a little bit short of supply of money in my business, I just use the Rich Grow. If you want to get the best results, go for Osmocote Scott's Premium Potting Mix. There's two types. There's the blue bag, which is the 50 litre bag or 10 litre bag, or you can get the premium, which is the orange bag, from 25 litres. The 50 litre bag from Osmocote Premium, it's around $15. If you want to go for the Osmocote Premium Plus, which is the blue bag, it's about $20 odd. So I wouldn't worry of going for the blue bag, because the premium will just do twice as better and more cheaper for you and also for your plants. So yeah. Now when it comes to fertilizing, I would use seaweed mix, because seaweed mix is a bit more better for transplants, especially the product I use here, which is, as you can see, I mix this up in the watering can. I use it all the time and never had a problem with it. I use it for transplanting, but I only a lighter mix. Or the best alternative, if you got a worm farm, use worm seed fertilizer, twice as better and free. So that's the best option for you. And I've heard you can do cuttings in water, which I've tried many times in my life and had great success with it. And the other thing is, when it comes to propagating, you want to actually, if you're doing from cutting, some plants actually prefer to cut the leaves off and leave the stem by itself and then put it into the potting mix. There is a product that I would recommend you doing if you're using cuttings. It's called rooting hormone. Yes, I know it sounds disgusting, but that's what's actually called. Go to Bunnings, they sell two types. There's the hardwood and the semi-hardwood and softwood. The semi-softwood and semi-hardwood and the softwood are one product, and the hardwood is another product. They're both about $10 to $12 for a bottle, and use it really carefully, because they do tend to tip over without you noticing. I've had that many times before, wasted a lot of rooting hormone and stuff like that. So when you're trying to use it, always tighten up the lid before you, after when you finish with each plant. That's my advice. So that's basically about propagating. I will go into more detail about propagating maybe in the next few videos. I just want to give you the stuff you'll actually need to start propagating. I'll give you another note which I forgot to send. Is when you're propagating from seed, try use seed raising mix from Osmocote, or using your own custom seed raising blend. I wouldn't recommend premium potting mix because the fertilizer that's in the potting mix is too strong and it won't germinate the seed properly. It could burn it. So use a if you don't want to mix your own potting mix or seed raising mix, I should say, just use Scott's Osmocote seed raising mix. That's the best one I would use. And also the supply of pots is a good question I come across. I would recommend seed raising cell trays, or you can get those 8 cell trays or 6 cell trays. So that they supply at Bunnings when they sell plants. That's a good one. I would recommend recycle. And when it comes to propagating after when they're sprouted, keep the pots that you use or plant in your garden, because in the long term that can be very handy to actually use for transplanting plants like seedlings into proper plants. So I do recommend that. Just to give you a tip for that. That's what I do, because I go to the Sunday markets from time to time, wouldn't get all the time, every Sunday, and I normally collect pots from customers that they return, and that's how I get them for free. As you can see, I've got all different kind of pots. They all come in useful, especially when you're propagating. You would like to target those little propagating pots. They're always good to have, and make sure you have a couple of trays handy, because they'll come in handy as well. You can't buy the big trays from Bunnings. You have to go to a website called ozpots.com.au. Or if you want to go on, if you're on eBay account and you've got PayPal, go onto eBay and go to plant trays, and then you'll see a couple of trays around, say, $15 to $20. You can even get it in multi-packs as well, which is cheaper. So just to let you know. So thank you for watching. Hope you got some tips and tricks from my second or third video I put up. Like I said, subscribe to the channel, thumbs up, like it, comment down below any interesting videos you want me to film or do some stuff. Like I said, happy gardening and enjoy your video. Have a good day. Cheers.